Hello, Leo. Oops, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. You just saw my laundry. I'm here to do your January tarot reading. I have the Mythic Tarot here. I want to say Happy New Year's. It's New Year's Eve right now, so I want to say Happy New Year's to all of you out there. I hope this year is, my friend used a Belgian term, a Luxembourgish term. I can't remember it, but it means have a good slide into the next year. A smooth slide. So that's what I'm wishing you too. A smooth slide into the new year. So I've smudged the cards. I can put my little bowl away, actually. I want to get your vibes in there, Leo. Oh, okay, Leo. January 2022. Leo, can you believe it's 2022? You know, I was born in 64. So even when it turned the year 2000, like that was a big deal. It was like, oh my God, we're into the next century. It's crazy. And now it's 2022. I think this is going to be a good year for progress. We're going into the year of the tiger, which is about courage, strength, pouncing on opportunities, you know, because that's what the tiger does. It waits for an opportunity and pounces. The tiger's also very direct energy. It's people might, and yourself might be very direct, you know. It's not rudeness. It's just wanting to be clear, perhaps. Clear. Anyhow, tell me for Leo. What does Leo need to know? There we go. The Lovers. Well, the Lovers in the Mythic Tarot is primarily about a choice. A difficult one. Because don't forget, it is one of the major arcana. And the major arcana are big things that happen. Big decisions that affect more than just now. You know, today. It affects and possibly other people. So anyhow, in this particular Lovers situation in the Mythic Tarot, it talks about Paris, you know, and, you know, he's being offered different wives here, different choices, and they all want to be his partner. I don't know if you've heard the myth, but Paris of Troy was very good looking, you know, and he was quite a womanizer, and they all wanted to be with him. And so they all offered themselves here to him. And one had a great army and was very smart strategically, and this one had a lot of influence with people and in important places. And this one offered beauty, offered lust, offered just love, nothing else. And so he chose Helen. In this case, she's called Psyche. Okay. Anyway, he made his choice for love and lust and passion, and which started the Trojan War. You know, this choice of love, and he did it for love this time. It wasn't just passion. You know, he really was in love with her. But this started the Trojan War because, of course, he pissed off these two, you know, by not choosing them. So they got together and went against him and his family. And, of course, you know, that began the fall of the city of Troy. So it's an important choice. Is what I'm trying to say. Not to put too much pressure on you. But it could affect a big part of your life. Okay, so in the recent past, you have the Hierophant, the Tower, the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. You know, to me, here you want to break free from something. There's some sort of confines that you don't want to be in anymore. So whether they're physical, financial, you feel some sort of limitations. And so you're on the verge of changing that. And if you don't change it yourself, if you don't make the moves, life will. The universe will. It will say, okay, well, I think it's time. You know, you've been procrastinating long enough. And, you know, you might ask, get some guidance, talk to friends, talk to someone you respect about what to do, how to get yourself out of this situation, this rut, whatever it is. And so you may need more education, you know, you also may need some sort of spiritual lift. You know, sometimes in the Tower, it's about routine, doing something over and over again, like working at the factory. And after 10 years at the factory, you're like, if I have to put another lid on another thing, I'm going to go insane. And so you don't want to be in this job anymore. You feel bored, you feel restless, you feel a yearning for something else, but maybe not the courage to take the action to make it happen, right? So you could be talking to people, you could be doing some research. Also, you could work in an institution of some sort. You know, the Hierophant represents the institution, like hospital, university, even the school system at all. So something it's very regimented and structured, you know. And so there's something about structure that you want to break free from. And this is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is leaving something that could be financially stable. You know, you can see the house in the background with all the pentacles on it. And it looks stable, it's fine, but there's something about it that you're not happy with. You don't feel, it doesn't feel like home for some reason. It doesn't feel stable, it doesn't feel comfortable. So there's something, could be just empty about it, or you feel like you're not really going anywhere, kind of thing. You're kind of feeling like it's not your place, okay? Not your place. But there is an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to learn, perhaps for you. You might get an opportunity to take a course. You could be doing it online. It could be doing it in modules, you know, different little pieces here and there. You could also just be self-teaching yourself, you know. Something, you could be just researching, you know, what it is you might be interested, how you want to build your security. I have a feeling this is financial stuckness. You know, there's things you want to do, places you want to go, you want to grow financially. However, you're not making the moves. You're here in the Tower and you're not really stepping out. All you got to do is open the door and step out of the Tower. And the Tower is that which is confining you. So you know, I know you're all very smart, but I'm going to break it down to a example, okay? An example. So if you're not able to get ahead financially, but you're ordering out on your meals every single day, you're ordering whatever the delivery company is from whatever the restaurant, you're not getting groceries and cook your meals or trying to stretch meals. You could be, you know what I mean? You could be throwing your money away or not focusing on putting it away or together for what you want. You're avoiding, this is avoiding what you need to do. When you're in the tower and this energy, you're avoiding what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know, but you're avoiding it for some reason. And I'm saying that the tower is also the universe saying, you can't avoid this any longer. It's time to do something about it. So then you have the Four of Cups. Like I said, you could be talking to people. You could be trying to get advice. You could be, you know, just bouncing ideas or and I think this is about your happiness. You also could be talking to someone about someone, you know, that you might be interested in getting to know. You know, you want to learn about them. So you may talk to their friends or their brother or their sister or I don't know, co-worker or something like that. And because it's like there's someone you want to learn about here, okay? Some of the stuckness could be in relationship, right? Could be in relationship, and that's how you want to grow at this time. Maybe it's not about money for some of you. For some of you, it's loneliness. You're lonely and you want to be in relationship. Sure, I got a house. Sure, or in a nice apartment or something stable, but I'm lonely. I can't enjoy it. It doesn't feel like home when it's, you know, all by myself. So maybe this is, you know, but I feel that you're starting to make important choices now. You're realizing how important these choices are, you know, you're realizing it now. I think you're kind of seeing perhaps why you're in the tower. So in the present, you have the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. That's interesting. Okay. Well, these three here, right? These three here together. Okay. The four, the six, the four, and the 10. This is making a decision. This is one of the decisions you're making. You're deciding to get away from any toxic energy or people that just want to debate and, you know, argue with you. You know, you want peace in your life. You realize the value of happiness and peace, and it's important to you. I don't think it's that you're going to be alone necessarily, but you realize what you do, you're going toward what you want, okay? So you're starting to, I think, perhaps make the plans. I think these swords are about the plans you're making for what's coming ahead. You're starting to talk to people. They represent communication. They represent research, documents perhaps. You could be applying for other things because you're really thinking about your plan here now. You really got your eyes on the ball now, okay? But you realize you needed a little time. You don't want to be hasty and do something too quickly that you'll get into and regret. So you're trying to take your time and look at what you got and what you can do and how you can do it, kind of thing, okay? And then the Ten of Swords is about releasing yourself from any sort of painful energy, whether it's coming at you or coming from you. All right, you're done with all this like I said, you're done with all that. You're done with all the gossiping, and you're done with the negative talk. And also, you don't want to be a part of it either. You don't want to participate either. So I think there's a big change happening in you as far as how you think, okay? We might end up seeing the Hanged Man here, because it looks like you're really having a new perspective. You're awakening here to realize what action you need to take to get to where you want to go, because you're tired of being in this disappointing some sort of, could be self-inflicted or both, but anyway, you're done with it. You're done with it. I don't think you want to hear it or be a part of it, participate. So then you have the Eight of Pentacles. You know what I think this is? I think this is you working on yourself, because you've gone through some sort of difficult time in your head, how you think, how you perceive, maybe how you communicate, perhaps, or hear what others are thinking and all that. And so I think you're spending a little time working on yourself, building up your character in a way. You also could be trying to eat better, treat yourself better, working on a healthy regime in some way. Because remember I said there, it's funny, I talked about the fast food, but it just could be that too. You're thinking, geez, I am spending a lot of money on that and it's not good for me. So is it going to kill me really to eat at least half of the time? Well, nothing wrong with ordering out once a week, but when it gets to every day, not that that's what you're doing. That was just my example. But like I said, I see you really working on yourself now to be the best that you want to be. Like, you want to, because this is who you want to welcome in your life. So you got to be that. You got to bring your own game, if you're going to play, right? And play you shall. The Knight of Cups is about, all the knights are movement cards, action cards on a quest, okay, to achieve something. And it's expression of some sort. So this knight is wanting to express his feelings. He's gonna, this could be you, when you build up your confidence, working on yourself a little bit. You could also be saving your money, building up your bank account too, because I'm going to show you something. I already know this because I know these cards so well. In the 8, if you notice his structure around him, his shelter is made of branches and vines, you know. So it's so structure. It's like the straw structure in the Three Little Pigs, but he could really use a wood structure, or of course brick or stone. But he's saving his money. He's working on it. He's working away and focusing on what he's doing, his plan, his, you know, why he's working so hard trying to do this. He's really focused. So you could be saving up for something better than what you have right now. First, perhaps something more stable, stronger, you know, whatever. Maybe of your own, perhaps. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to be on a quest specifically to express yourself to someone. But I think you're on a quest for your happiness. You want happiness now, and you're realizing what you need to do to get it, the moves you need to make. Some of these, you know, you're trying to satisfy your emotional needs here, okay? I think through what you're doing, you are going to get that partner. You are going to get your psyche, you know, the one you desire. I think the one that you desire is probably a combination of these three people, you know, strong and willing to fight for you, and is you can take to places, and is okay in public, you know, and then you find them attractive. So they you know, they're the triple threat sort of thing, and that's what you're after. You know, but and you're thinking, well, I'm working on this. You're making it a goal now, because it's part of your emotional fulfillment. You know, to get what you want, what you desire, you need to, you got to do a little work first here, okay? So, no problem. That's no problem for you, Leo. Near the end of January, you have the Five of Cups, the Strength, the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Pentacles, and Justice. So it's interesting because you got another five back here, Five of Pentacles. Is that it? Just that one other five? Fives represent fives and eights. Well, nines too, to tell you the truth. Anyway, fives represent change, okay? Five represent when we challenge something that's going on. And it's not a great big fight, you know, it doesn't have to be. But we may question, you know, we may question something because we either, usually it's because we want to know the other person more. We want to know more about the situation, you know, and it could cause some sort of disruption. It could cause a reaction or feelings that wasn't your intention. This is what I'm getting from this, you know. You could go and visit someone and have a night of passion, and or a date or something kind of happen, but it feels like a situation where one asks too much of the other. So, you know, perhaps after this night of passion, you might say, so you want to go steady, or you want to move in? And they're like, what? Are you out of your mind? Or they might be like that on you, you know, just like wanting to move real fast sort of thing. And it feels like one or the other gets scared off because of how fast the movement is. You know, Six of Swords is fast. And so there's some fast moving coming in. It looks like it's really great until someone gets too pushy, is demanding more than the other is ready to give yet. Okay, give yet. Don't forget, whoever this is, or you just came out of some sort of troubling, difficult time, you know, dissatisfying period, or a period of perhaps entrapment, self-entrapment in some way. And then there is strength, and strength is about conquering the beast within. We all have a bit of a beast, and it comes out when you get our temper going, or we're protecting something, and it could be our pride. It usually is a lot of times with the strength, we're protecting our pride. And you know, I want you to notice the sword underneath is laying down, and it's broken. The tip is broken. It's useless. You know, he cannot use his sword to defeat this animal, and he's got to get right up close and wrestle it. And when he starts wrestling the lion, he feels bad. You know, I feel bad about hurting this animal. And I think he relaxes his grip, and the lion relaxes too, because he doesn't want to go up against a super strong guy. So anyway, the thing is that gentleness ended up winning in this particular thing. It might be a gentle approach is needed instead of strong arm, you know, demanding, barging, you know, anything like that. This could really need the gentle approach, composure, and strength, right? Calm. There's a couple messages of calm in here, okay, for you, Leo. I think that's part of what you're really ultimately trying to achieve. You know, I think in your mental capacity, this is because in some, you know, I think you could be stimulated or perhaps overstimulated, or need mental stimulation in some way, you know, and not getting it. So here you have the Wheel of Fortune. What this experience that you're going through this is not being able to control a situation, to have your way, or they are not be able to control the situation, have their way. So it needs calm, gentle approach, the lamb approach, the relaxed approach, you know, just take a couple steps back kind of thing, and let's try this again. Okay, and that's what it's sort of suggesting here. And when that happens, something big changes. You know, I love that this Wheel of Fortune's also in the cave. Something big changes here for you. You know, I think something clicks all of a sudden, and you realize that's what you've needed all along. You know, you can be the lion and can push your way right through and get what you want, but do you need to? You don't always need to. You realize that you're human, right? And others are human. Anyhow, so anyway, this changes something for you in a big way. A big way. Both of these cards are big, okay? So then you have the Two of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles is making a decision to, you could be learning a new skill or a new part of what you're doing. You know, adding, like I told you, here, look at this line here. The whole thing, this line's all about your career, I think. Also working on yourself. You make a decision here. You could be learning something you don't really know much about. This is new to you, and it could be totally different too than what you're doing now. You might It could also be a side deal, accompanying also what you do now. So anyway, you're going to be learning how to do this. So then you start really working on it, and you may get to a novice, or get better and better. You're getting better and better as you make or build or learn what you're doing. You know, the more you do it, the better you get. Okay. So then it seems you make a transition to this thing. You might decide to solely focus on it. You also might decide to gather more tools to do it better, invest more, take it to another level. Again, he still has just the grapevines as his, but, this is like apprentice stuff too, eh? This here is practice, 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 practice. Getting good at something, really, really figuring it out. But this is making a decision to focus on it, to put your energy into it. Like, you may make a schedule, or you may, like I said, this could be a part-time thing too. It could be part-time, so maybe on the weekends you focus on this a lot, or in the evenings, or I don't know, but some sort of part-time gig perhaps, okay, that you're working on. It could mean big changes for you, all right? And then you have the Justice. I'm feeling like the structure again, the institution type feeling. I'm also feeling you may have to learn some sort of legal, something legal about legal responsibilities in what you're doing. There could be some legal responsibilities. There also could be, it's asking you about being fair, being observant, like thinking about all involved. It's telling you to be honest and use your head. Okay. This could be a legal situation for you in which you get a fair decision, some sort of fair decision in your favor. Well, I mean, it's fair, so it's gonna not be against either party. Yeah. What you could be working on, this side career, could have something to do with the legal, the justice system. You might also have some sort of case pending right now in the justice system, and you are expecting some sort of reward, or not reward, but compensation perhaps to come in from this. And so, you might hear the decision about the financial part of it. I think that if you're waiting for something like that, I think you're going to get a yes, but then it could take a couple months, like you hear now, but it still may take a couple months for you to get money. You know what I mean? You could have to sign papers and stuff like that. So I'm going to take an oracle card for you right now. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle. What does Leo need to know? Tell me for Leo. What do they need to know for January of the new year, 2022? It's so exciting. It's tomorrow. Yeah. Less than 12 hours. Very exciting. Tell Leo, what do they need to know? What does the Oracle need to tell Leo for January? Oop, that's it. Thank you, Oracle. Ooh. Shock of the new. So she's got like hubcaps, piano keys, sunflowers. Oh, and there's something about the throat chakra here, right? She's got all this beautiful expansion and mandalas coming from, like everything's expanding from the throat chakra here. See that? That is gorgeous. And of course the sunflowers absolutely represent expansion, abundance. So this is number 6. How fitting. So is 2022. Oops, did I just go by it? Did I? Oop. All right. This oracle comes with a special message for you. There are rumblings and stirrings of the creative life force happening now, deep in the undercurrents of your being. If you are very attuned or sensitive, you may have consciously felt this already. If you have not yet sensed these inner stirrings, they are happening all the same. So be on the lookout for the big shift of the new birth, the shock of the new, the unconventional, the strangely beautiful, and the disturbing liberation of that which is foreign stepping into your life. This is life creating the stage upon which you will experience greater fulfillment. Don't be nervous if the rumble of the change turns into a mighty roar that rocks boats, bursts forth as novel ideas, and changes things in a way that is out of your control. Ha! Like all this stuff out of your control, I told you. You are being invited, dragged, nurtured, and coerced into the new. You can handle it. It brings you guidance. You're about to encounter something new and different in your life. Don't reject it, no matter how small or insignificant or how powerful and life-changing it may seem to be. You are being asked to dispense with your reliance on the past and what have been your tools to navigate life. You have outgrown your old methods. You have to fly by the seat of your pants, so to speak, as you experiment with new ways to be. Life will show you the way. So what's so cool about this is because, for one thing, it mentioned this huge change. And this is when something that you can't control, you know, you realize that, wait a minute, I've been doing this all wrong. What? Aha. It's kind of like that, you know, because I think that you're going through disappointment and disappointment. You're thinking, Jesus, you know, what's going on here? So that, and, you know, I think you've done a lot of thinking, and you want peace and happiness and fulfillment in your life. You know that now. And this is you making a choice to seek that out. Seek that out. I love, love, love it. Okay, one more card. Don't let me lose you now. This one is Angels and Ancestors. So I'm just going to do the short little description so it doesn't take too long. So tell me, for Leo, what do they need to know for January and so on, you know, into the new year, into the year of the tiger. You know, it's funny because the tiger wants to pounce, right? And that's wanting to go in and take this and, you know, just go in and get it. And you gotta wait, you know, for the right moment. You need to step back and observe, like the owl. The owl sees night and day, sees everything. So it's about being fair, honest, and observant. There's a lot to consider here. Might be something too about rules. You know, there might be something too about rules. All right, what'd you get? Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Arrow. All right, so let's see what this has to say. These ones are not numbered, so it's not always that easy to find. I think it's down here. Well, the Guardians. Oh, here, it's up here. Arrow. Here we go. Surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels, guides, and ancestors to bring you protection. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and goals or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you take time to retreat or to step out of this situation, which it said this in the Four of Swords, take time to step out. And maybe this Six of Swords is getting away, like it's not physically, maybe in your mind, stepping away from the situation, not getting, you know, all going. And so just getting some peace from space from it in your head. If you take time to retreat or to step out of the situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. So, very good advice. I really like this, Leo. I think that you're probably really ready for a change in your life. In the Sun card, which is a Leo card, the sunflower is represented there too. The sunflower is about expansion of life, you know, spreading your seeds of knowledge, of, you know, perhaps children. Who knows how you're going to do that? But and it could be sort of, the change could be crazy at first, you know. It says shock of the new. Could be kind of crazy at first, but I think you're gonna like it once you get going. Anyway, Happy New Year. I'll talk to you next year. Be good now. Don't get too crazy tonight. Okay, bye.